Hello, goose and goblins. Did I say goose? I meant ghouls and goblins. Ghosts and goblins? I don't know, I'm tired. But what's up, guys? It's me, Sher from 2000. Welcome back to another video. I'm sorry if I've been gone for a while. A lot of things has happened in my life. Let's see. School, midterms, my mom being hospitalized and broke a shoulder, and I was very sick. But hey, I wanted to give you guys something for Halloween because as the recording of this video, Halloween is in 3 days. So I had an original plan for a Halloween video, but because of the events going on in my life right now, I decided just to do a tier list. Nice, simple, easy. I apologize if I've been out for too long. I just had a lot of stuff going on and I just wasn't mentally, there to actually do a video. Still trying to get better from these darn allergies. I'm supposed to go to the ENT on Tuesday, which is Halloween of all days, whatever. So today's tier list is on Monster High. I recently just got into Monster High. Yeah, I've kind of seen a few things from like the first generation. I don't know too much about the second one, and then I recently got into the third one. So today I will be ranking the movies from 2011 up till now. Please just be kind with me. Again, this is my first time. Well, I don't want to say it's my first time, but I'm still the new ghoul at school. Or the new ghoul in the fandom. So, if I missed any key points, any key characters, I apologize. I'm still learning. I ain't gonna remember every single little detail or any character, or every single little character. Mostly the main characters, I kind of got down pat. Since Monster High is owned by Mattel, basically the sons and daughters of all the monsters. I actually made a video on top 10 doll lines, and Monster High is on there. If you want to know what number I rank Monster High, please go watch those videos. It's a two-parter. So yeah. But back to this tier list here. So I think there's 17? So there's 16 or 17 movies. So I got one from the very beginning up until like the recent second live action Monster High. I'm pretty sure they're gonna make a third one. So yeah. So I kind of had these little rankings here. The bottom, Mummified and Unknown. I haven't seen it. Sleeping with the Fishes. It was bad. Zombie Moan. Meh. Incomplete Spell, it's like right in the middle. Fantastic, mostly iconic and great. And then Full Moon, perfect, the best. Again, please, if I make any mistakes, if I miss any key important items, please let me know in the comments in a respectful manner. Okay? No bullying. Don't be mean. Just say, hey, Sher, you forgot about so-and-so and you forgot about like this little detail. Oh, okay, thank you, random person on the internet. I will remember next time when I rewatch these movies. So let's start from the very beginning. We're going to start with Monster High, New Ghoul at School. So I believe this is where we first are introduced to Monster High, and this is Generation 1, by the way. And Frankie Stein, who is the daughter of Frankenstein's monster, she is attending Monster High for the first time. And there goes my dog. He's like, I don't want to listen to any of this. I'm gone. Bye, Alpha. Okay? You good? Okay. Anyways, New Ghoul at School. Frankie, she's the new ghoul at school. Hence the title. She doesn't quite fit in. She tries to fit in. She meets the other characters like not Frankie. She is Frankie. Draculaura, daughter of Dracula. Claudine Wolf, daughter of the werewolf. Laguna Blue, daughter of the creature from the Black Lagoon, I believe. The mean girl, Cleo Denial, the daughter of the Mummy, I think. Could be wrong. Yeah, she's not very nice. She's like one of the most, if not the most popular girl at Monster High. So she basically gives Frankie a hard time. And then her I don't know what to call Gulia. I know she's the daughter of the one of a zombie, but I don't know if she's like her servant or her slave or whatever. I don't want to use that word. That sounds very ignorant. But yeah, so you know, it's your typical new person at school, doesn't quite fit in, wants to fit in, and hijinks ensues, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So for the very first Monster High, again, this is just my opinion. I say it's like right in the middle. It's solid. It isn't great. I think some of the animation kind of looks weird. Then again, it's like the very first one, so the animation gets better. And I feel like some like dialogue is very outdated, but this is like 2010, 2011, so that's like 10 plus years ago. But for Monster High, the very beginning, I say it's pretty solid. It's like right in the middle, just needs a few more ingredients to make the spell perfect. Alright, next one, Fright On. I believe this also came out in 2011, and from what I remember, this is where Monster High welcomes in two new schools, vampires and werewolves, and knowing the history of vampires and werewolves, they don't get along with each other, they despise each other, they like to bring each other down, and then I think like Van Helsing is like the villain in this one, and he obviously wants them to be doesn't want any monsters to get along for like the school board or whatever. And then there's like this weird creepy lady that like drinks like I don't know what she does. She does something with her finger. That's all I remember. I think is her name Crabgrass? I think that's her name. Again, please correct me if I get any details wrong. But yeah, it's kind of very hard for Claudine and Draculaura because they're kind of like right in the middle of the war between vampires and werewolves. And also Halloween, who is Claudine and Claude's little sister. She also gets through tough times. She gets bullied by the vampires, and it's a mess. But you know what? Hey, we all gotta rally up, be together, and unite as one. That's what Monster High is all about. No matter what your freaky flaws are, anyone's welcome in Monster High. So, I don't know where to put this one, honestly. I don't know if I want to put it in fantastic or like right in the middle. I think also this was... I remember briefly watching this when I was little because one of my friends was like obsessed with Monster High, so I tagged along. I was more of an Ever After High gal, but you know. So I kind of vaguely remember this one, and then I had to rewatch it just for this video, so... I want to say it's iconic for, you know, all the right reasons. It's not like up near the top, but I think it's good, and it's iconic. It's fantastic. Speaking of fangs, the next one is Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love? This is like the Valentine's special, and it's Draculaura's Sweet 1600, and her boyfriend is Claude, who's the werewolf, and I guess he wants to do something very special for Draculaura. And then there's like this vampire that comes that he knows Draculaura from the past. And is his name Valentine or Valentine? It starts with a V. Gosh, my memory sucks. I apologize. I might be brain dead at this point. Oh god. I think I'm brain dead. But anyways, I think this is also the introduction of C.A. Cupid, who's the daughter of Eros, you know, Cupid. And, you know, just ghouls falling in love and trying to do what's best for the couples. And I think Toralei Stripe, who's the daughter of the werecat, is also a part of this somehow. But, you know, I think the vampire... he has some type of special power to, he uses his glasses to, like, I don't know if it's, like, hypnotize, but, like, he makes the ghouls like fall in love with him, and then he breaks their hearts. I think that's how his powers are used, and he uses it on Draculaura. And something happens, and like if something happens with Draculaura and her heart's broken, something, I don't know, man. I need a remedy. I need to drink some witch brew. Ugh. But I am a sucker for vampires. I think vampires are amazing. Draculaura is also amazing. She is actually one of my favorite Monster High characters, and she's voiced by Jimmy Neutron, Debbie Derryberry. So I love that. I think. Where do I want to put this? I think I'm gonna put it on perfect. I think this is a really good movie. I really enjoyed it, and I also like C.A. Cupid as well. The next one, Escape from Skull Shores. Oh man, I literally just watched this a couple days ago, and now I'm forgetting the plot. I'm forgetting the plot of this. I think this takes place in spring break. Something happens in spring break, and they go to the Great Scarier Reef on Skull Shores. They meet this human that's a con artist, I think. I don't know. Oh man, I should have made sure I remember every single thing before doing this video. I am so sorry, guys. Please correct me in the comments below, because I am definitely missing some key important parts. But Frankie's hair is actually cute. I mean, I'm a girl. I kind of like it when it's longer, but Frankie's new little bob cut, especially in the poster right here, it's kind of cute. And I think there's like a giant monster involved, and I'm pretty sure this takes place during spring break, and like the villain is a human that's a con artist. I think that's what it's supposed to be. I don't know. But I'm gonna put it right in the middle. It's solid. Friday Night Frights. I get it. Friday Night Lights. I have never seen that before, but I know the reference that they're trying to do. Oh, I don't remember this one either. Oh man. Let's see. I want to say this is the one where Rebecca Steam is introduced, and she has like this like steampunk style, which I actually really like that stuff. She's actually another one of my personal favorite Monster High characters. I just really like her design. And I believe this movie definitely has to do something with sports. It looks like roller derby. I think they're part of a roller derby team, and they're like battling against, I think, gargoyles. And this is also the introduction of Rochelle, who's like the daughter of like a gargoyle, and she's also French. And j'adore le français. I maybe have to sing some French, so. But I think that's all I remember. I think it's the whole like, oh, girls can't do sports. It's only for guys, and they have to show them, hey, girls can do anything. Blah blah blah. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna put it under meh, because for one, I don't really remember this movie, and two, it sounds pretty cliche about, you know, we have to prove that girls can do anything and girls can do whatever. But again, I like the introductions of Rebecca and Rochelle. Alright, Monster High Ghouls Rule. Now, I remember this one. I definitely remember this one. This one is, this takes place during Halloween, and Frankie isn't aware of the legends of Halloween and humans scaring monsters, and some of the monsters, some of the ghouls and guys, they end up going, are mansters. I think that's what the guys are called, the mansters. They end up going to the human world, and they like try to blend in with humans to say, hey, you know, monsters and humans, they're not, you know, that different from each other. And also Jekyll and Holt Hyde are kind of a part of this, because Jackson is half human, because, you know, the whole Jekyll and Hyde complex. So, and I love their outfits. I think out of all the movies, I think this one has the best outfits. It's between this one and 13 Wishes, which I'll get to in a second. But I think Ghouls Rules has like the best outfits. It's gorgeous, and I like the message that we may come from different worlds, but we're not all that different. So I think this definitely is a full moon for sure. Monster High Scares City of Frights. Oh, I love Paris. I want to go to Paris. I'm Creole, for those who don't know, so I kind of have a little bit of a French background. My last name is French. At least that's what it says according to my family origins. So I might be biased for this one just because of my love for France. And I'm so glad they included Rochelle and trying to find her long lost friend. And this is Claudine. Claudine is the main character in Scaris, and she dreams about being like a sketch artist for like fashion, and she works as under like a mentor, kind of like a mentor mentee with two other girls, Scalita and Jennifer, which I love both of them. I think they are gorgeous. I love their designs. They're absolutely gorgeous. I forgot the ghost lady's name. I know she's the villain, and she basically just takes the idea of her apprentices and just claims it. Oh yeah, this was my idea. I created all of this stuff, and then she imprisons them. She's like, you have to do all these sketches for me, and I'm gonna suck the life out of you, or something like that. I don't know. And she fears that if she doesn't come up with new ideas, that she's gonna fade from existence, which, spoiler alert, that's what happens at the end. And in a way, this movie kind of reminds me of 2021's Cruella. In terms of like fashion trends and all that stuff. And I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna try not to put it on like the full moon thing, but I'm gonna put it in fantastic for sure. I'm a little biased, so I don't know what everyone else thinks about Scares, but I love that movie, so but I don't want to put it too high, but I'm not gonna put it too low, if you know what I mean. Alright. In my opinion, the best Monster High movie. Ghouls Rule may have had arguably the best designs, but my personal favorite of the Monster High movies that I've seen, because I haven't seen every single one, but 13 Wishes is the best one, in my opinion. I don't know if everyone in the fandom agrees with that, but 13 Wishes is awesome. I love genies. I'm a huge Disney fan, and like Aladdin was like my favorite Disney movie. So I just love genies. I love the legends of genies, and it's like D Genie. The Genie, I don't know how it's pronounced. And then like they incorporate some elements from like Ever After High, because this also premiered the same year that Ever After High was launched, which is 2013, which this makes this 10 years old. This is 10 years old. Oh my god, I feel old. Oh my god, I feel old. But seriously, I love the concept. Howleen, who is Claudine's little sister, is the main character. She wants to fit in. She gets the lamp, which has Gigi, who is my favorite ghoul out of all the characters of Monster High. Again, I just love genies. I think they're cute. And she basically is giving like 13 wishes. And but Gigi has a shadow, a twin sister named Wisp, and Wisp likes to manipulate the finders to like release her and make her not like this ghostly genie figure. And she like corrupts Colleen and everybody else at the school, and she traps the main ghouls in her lamp, so they have to like find like the missing pieces of like the shard mirror, because the mirror has something to do to see your reflection on who you are. And yeah, I love it. I love it. Again, I'm biased, but this is definitely the best of the Monster High movies in my opinion. So, Fright's camera action. This is another Draculaura main character. Because I think Why Do Ghouls Fall in Love, she was also the main character. So, I believe this is the one where they go to, like, the equivalent of, like, Hollywood. I forgot what they call it, though. But, Draculaura is mistaken to be, like, Elizabeth, or, like, this important vampire. And, Draculaura despises Elizabeth because Elizabeth is an actress and she's this important vampire. I forgot a little bit of why Elizabeth is important. Gosh, these puns. Ooh. I probably should have warned you guys just because there was going to be a lot of puns here. I apologize. But, it has to do with, like, this, like, glowing heart necklace to say that, oh, you are the one, and you have to do, like, this ritual thing or whatever. This vampire is after Draculaura, so Draculaura and her friends, they go to, like, Hollywood and, like, meet, like, Claudine's older sister, which, oh, she looks gorgeous. And then, like, this, Louisiana, and I think her name is Honey Swamp. I think that's her name. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then, like this snake girl. And each of them have, like, is part of, like, some type of cinematography. Like, they, like, filming and, like, writing scripts and doing makeup, and it's actually pretty cool. And then we get to learn about, like, Elizabeth and her history, and yeah. I don't know where to rank this one. I think I'm gonna put it, like, right in the middle. That seems fair. Okay, Freaky Fusion. This is, I believe Frankie is the main character, and I think this is where Frankie isn't too sure about her heritage, or her scaritage. Get it? That's all these puns. Ugh. Fear leading, student disembodied, all that jazz. And then, like, I guess her father or her great grandfather, one of the two, has, like, this machine, or maybe it might have been Rebecca's father. I don't remember, but you know, it's because it's called Freaky Fusion because some of the ghouls are they kind of, like, fuse within each other. Like, Rebecca and Draculaura are fused together, and then, like, Cleo and Toralei are fused together, Venus and Claudine are fused together, and I think Laguna and Jennifer are fused together. I don't remember what their fusion names are called. I think it's Rebecca's or Dracubecca, Clauvenus, Cleolai or Torleo, and then Laguna Fire or something. I don't know. I think I got at least half of them right. But there's, like, this monster that Victor Frankenstein created, and, like, it caused wreckage throughout Monster High. Frankie has to save the day, but she uses all her power and all her electricity, and she nearly dies. And everyone has to, like, charge her back up to come to life, and Frankie learns more about her scaritage. So I think this is pretty good. I'm going to put it in the second row. Now, I hear a lot of people really love Haunted. And I agree. I think Haunted is another good one. Spectra is the main character for this one. Because Spectra is a ghost. So, I think Draculaura is being haunted by a ghost. So they have to go to, like, the ghost world, and they meet all these other ghosts, like the daughter of, like, the Grim Reaper, and all these other ghosts, and they're being chained up by, like, this dean or, like, this principal ghost who turns out to be the entity known as the Red Lady. She did a lot of hauntings, and she was punished by these chains, so she's trying to get rid of the chains and put them on the students at the ghost school. And then she wants to get rid of the chains and the solid world, which is like the monster world. And I really like the message about like you can't fix your past or you can't change your past, but you can try to start a new beginning and redeem yourself. And I'm gonna put this here. I think it's really good. It's gonna be in the top tier. Boo York. Oh, I've heard a lot of things about Boo York. Caddy Noir, which I think she is fabulous. I think she's the daughter of the Black Cat, and then Pharaoh, and it's a musical, and I actually really enjoyed it. I think some of my favorite songs is like Steal the Show, definitely Empire. Empire is probably my favorite. Where I think Nephra, who is Cleo's sister, she sings that and it sounds great. And then Deuce and Cleo breaking up in the middle of the movie, and at the end they show a potential crossover with Ever After High, and I wish to this very day, because I love Ever After High. Again, I was more of an Ever After High more than Monster High, but I still appreciate what Monster High means to others, and I would have loved to have a Monster High and Ever After High crossover. I think there was a book, and then there was like a canceled movie, and oh, I wish they would have not canceled that. So I'm gonna put it on the top. Great Scarier Reef. I don't really like this one, and unfortunately Laguna. I really like Laguna. I like her Australian accent and what she goes through with Gil, because I think she's saltwater and Gil is freshwater, so they're kind of rivals, but they still love you. It's like Romeo and Juliet, but with like sea monsters. I don't really remember this one. I don't remember liking this one. I think this is probably the most hated of the Monster High movies. So, unfortunately, Great Scarier Reef, you're gonna be sleeping with the fishes, even though you are part fish. Rest in peace. Alright, now we get into the second generation. Monster High, Welcome to Monster High. I haven't seen it. I also have not seen Electrified, which is the sequel to the second generation. Basically, I avoided the second generation like the plague, because I've heard bad things about the second generation, and I was scared. There might be a minority, so anyone who likes the second generation convinced me to say why you think I should watch these two movies, but I avoided it like the plague because I've heard bad things about the second generation. That's why I haven't seen it. It's under Mummified. So now we get to the third generation, and it's the live action movies. So I've heard the third generation is mixed, but mostly positive. Some things are a little bit different. Claudine is the main character instead of Frankie, and I think Dracula was the main character in the second generation. Someone correct me. So it's kind of different. Claudine is now half werewolf, half human, and Dracula is a vampire and a witch. And Frankie is non-binary, which I am totally fine with. I don't care what they are. I'm totally fine with it. I think it's always good to have representation. Some people feel like it's forced, but sometimes you just gotta get a little bit of exposure. So the first Monster High movie, the live action Monster High movie, which came out last year in 2022. So I thought it was kind of meh to me. It was kind of a rocky start. I have yet to watch the animated series. I've heard a lot of good things and bad things about the animated series. Again, I let's just say I've heard mixed things about the animated series and Generation 3 overall. But I think some people are starting to warm up to it. So let me know if I should watch the animated series, because I think it's slightly different from the live action. And then finally we got Monster High 2, which is another reason why it took me forever to do this video, was because I had to wait till Monster High 2 came on Nickelodeon. I watched it 2 weeks ago, and I think personally it's much better than the first one, so I'm going to put it in Fantastic. Plus we got to see what Toralei looked like, and witches, and Draculaura, and what she goes through as a human, as a vampire witch. And like the witches are the bad guys, and they're trying to get rid of all the vampires, and it's pretty dark from what I remember. It's a dark movie, and I believe there's a cliffhanger for a third movie. But other than that, I think that's my ranking of all the Monster Highs. I'm sorry if I didn't get into too much detail with all the stuff. I mean, I forgot to mention with the live action Monster High movies, I actually like some of the songs. Like the first one, Coming Out of the Dark, I like that one. And then, You Don't Know What You Know, I think that's what it's called in the second one, with Toralei and Claudine. Because they're afraid of not afraid of humans, but they're afraid of witches. It kind of reminds me of Ghoul's Rule. That's what it reminds me of. The second live action Monster High reminds me of Ghoul's Rule. So, yeah. But again, that's pretty much it. Sorry if I didn't go into too much detail. Sorry if I kind of had a bit of a brain fog, and I almost was like brain dead or whatever. I gotta whip me up some witch brew and probably, yeah, go back to my grave. So, I hope you guys have a good Halloween. I'm supposed to be dressing up as Strawberry Shortcake because I love Strawberry Shortcake. Again, if you want to know more about my thoughts on Monster High, I suggest you watch my top 10 doll lines videos. I did rank it somewhere. I ain't gonna spoil it where I rank Monster High, but if you want to know what I thought about it, go watch those videos. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Or not Twitter, X. It's called X now. Instagram and Facebook. Like and subscribe to this channel and my second channel, Share Your Creations. And I hope you ghouls and monsters have a haunting Halloween.